Woohoo! Intro song. Enter. Well, slow
There
to
it
the
is.
trigger. Slow to the trigger. Oh yeah, all that smooth jazz. All right. Week 15 Sunday preview. Also, you know what? Included in this is obviously the Lions-Broncos game.
Yeah, and the game that's on right now.
And a little bit of the game that's on right now. Which should we just start with like that first game was fucking fire. Like, whoa,
Yeah, it was great.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The catch of the year, so sick. Like we were on the phone with each other and it was just we were both just creaming. Like
It looked like he got in live, and then I looked at the replay and I didn't think he'd get in, but the right angle he did, that was like some players you don't realize how big they are until they make a play like that. Like T. Higgins is like 6'5" and is the lengthiest guy ever. Like he would be an unreal basketball player.
Oh yeah, he kind of hit like he kind of did like the Draymond that he got suspended. Like he kind of like whacked Jokic in the head.
I feel like that game also, like both those backups were literally just planting their back foot and just throwing it as far as they could and hoping a receiver can make a play. And it's like, I don't know. It works more than you think. Like it's easy to say after that game. That's how I would personally
run my offense. Like if I had weapons, I would just have them hum it down the field. Hum it.
Like, especially if they're blitzing and it's man coverage. Like if you're throwing up a one-on-one ball to T. Higgins, Jamar, or Boyd, more than half the time they're going to catch that.
Dude,
and also it's like when the DB is like running backwards, it's just a jump ball. And usually they're not going to pick off a jump ball. Like if anything, the receiver will just bat that ball down.
Oh. Absolute chaos just occurred. I don't know what happened. Mitch Trubisky QB sneaked and then fumbled the ball, and then Najee Harris went in the end zone. But then what? We are going to need a replay here, boys. All right. It kind of looked like he was low-key in. Oh, and then Najee just picks it up and goes in.
Huge fantasy implications.
Dude, there's a lot of implications going on right now. I honestly don't understand how it's Colts ball on the one. I didn't see any looks. Whatever. Well, that'll get figured out. By the way, for anyone that's out there, Steelers are going to win this game, but the Colts are going to win the first half. It happens every single Steelers game.
This is what I just watched. I took the Steelers and I watched that first drive and I just hedged out and took the Colts. I can't do it. I'd rather lose on the Colts than watch the Steelers and lose a bet on the Steelers. I can't do it. I feel like Trubisky, like Hunt texted me, like Trubisky on the road in a hostile environment, like pretty much a playoff game. Like I just can't get on that. Like, so,
but it's also Tomlin off of like a couple losses when nobody believes in him.
I'd rather lose taking the Colts at home than betting on Trubisky on the road with this offense this year. I don't know. I feel confidently both of these are going to hit. I just bet the Colts first half money line and then the Steelers money line for the game. Oh, you dick.
Didn't parlay them, but that's So anyway, let's get into the action that is let's start with the Lions-Broncos. Lions-Broncos.
This line moved a full point.
Nelly. Full point.
What the hell?
What are you seeing right now? 5.5?
I'm seeing 5, but it was at 4 yesterday.
Yeah. It's, you know what? It's one of those things where it's like, it gets bet up to like 5, and then all of a sudden it gets bought back, and then it won't go to 3.5 because then once it's at 3.5, then it gets all gobbled back up. It's a game of runs.
It is. This line's definitely been all over the place.
It's been all over the place. The Lions, I think that this game, because I'm higher on the Broncos than most, I would say. And this line originally felt like kind of disrespectful to the Broncos again. Like, how were the Broncos? It's just like last week. That was 1 week ago. The Broncos were late. We said it a million times, but They were 3-point underdogs versus the fucking Chargers. It was the biggest lock of all time.
That I still to this day cannot comprehend that line. And honestly, it has nothing to do with what just happened Thursday night. Like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Like, just where that line was, disregarding what happened in that Raiders game. I don't understand why they were 3-point favorites. The Broncos were on a heater, and then it's just pretty much a neutral field. It's like an hour and a half flight from Denver to LA, and there's -3 against the Broncos. But
okay, so that got ruled a touchdown in the Steelers game.
Yeah, but for who?
Good question. I think Mitch. Yeah, it looked like he crossed it. They missed the PAT though.
I'm sorry, not fantasy implications.
Yeah, sorry, boys. Okay, so
anyway, what do you like tonight?
Well, so all of that to say, I think that the line is pretty disrespectful to the Broncos, but I think this is just all about the spot. I took the Lions. Dan Campbell is going to have those boys ready to play. He's like another one of those motivational type dudes. He also just, even though they've been struggling, he still is the best ATS coach in the game. And Goff, I mean, I know you kind of scoffed at the whole silly handicap last week of like the Lions going into Chicago, but it did kind of play out. Like Goff on the road in the cold, and the Bears defense is actually good. But now they're at home in the nice cushy dome. There's some like weird stats that like Russell Wilson doesn't play well in the dome. No idea what that means. I couldn't come up with a reason for it. It just seems like also the Broncos defense has gotten way better, but they're still pretty ass versus the run. And I feel like the Lions are just going to run it straight up their gut. And I think they're going to just storm the beaches and just win by a zillion.
Yeah, the Broncos have figured out a lot of stuff since that 70 burger Dolphins dropped on them or whatever the hell that was. But the one thing they haven't figured out is their rush defense. And I mean, this just sets up for a loud ass crowd. Like, they control the game, run the ball right away. I forget who they have back. The Lions got someone back on defense, and Dan Campbell this week was like, this guy's the absolute X factor. So maybe that's just some like, even if it's like the placebo effect of just having a random guy back, like maybe that turns their defense around somehow. Like, that's what I'm praying for. Also, Goff in a dome, he just seems comfortable, man. Like, he's like a soft, like California guy, like went to Berkeley, like grew up in Marin.
Shit. Wait, CJ Gardner-Johnson is coming back? I thought he was done for the year.
No, he's back.
Dude. Oh, he's like the best nickel corner in the game.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Philly's defense just completely went down the tank once he left. So damn, that makes me love the Lions. Fuck, maybe I should play the Lions D. Oh, in fantasy.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be a bold move.
He's just like, he's our X factor, just locker room guy. So I don't know, sometimes that works. We'll see. Even if people say, like, tell them that that's going to turn it around, that works. But yeah, what I'm saying is like Goff's like, he's so comfortable in a dome, dude. Cause like he went to Marin, like by us, like went to Cal, like he's dealt with good weather his whole life. And whether people want to say it or not, like, just think about us. Like, I did some winters in fucking the Midwest and Indiana. It's like, at the end of the day, we can say that it's comfortable, but not being around it your whole life and going to a frigid, cold fucking game like he's been doing, he's not going to be comfortable, like whether we like it or not. So just him in a dome, dude, I don't know. It just seems like this seems like a get right game. I've been looking for it, but we'll see, dude. We'll see. The Broncos, they're scary. I worry that Sean Payton's going to outcoach Dan Campbell, but the Lions coordinators are top notch. So we'll see. Yeah,
that's another factor. Dan Campbell used to be on his staff, defensive coordinator. So, you know, it's usually the better coach that wins those matchups. Like, even as good as like Dan Quinn is, like Kyle Shanahan just like bends him over every single time they play.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting stuff. But I just think it's just it's just kind of an all-time spot for the Lions. And they need this win. They need to get the confidence back. And honestly, they have a chance to like really F things up. I guess the Vikings did lose today. Yeah, never
Still,
mind. The Vikings lost today, but still. Okay.
they're
Right.
looking still to get maybe like or just a better matchup in the playoffs, dude. I just them on the road in the playoffs seems like a nightmare waiting to happen. So if they can somehow, I haven't really looked at the standings after yesterday, but like if they can somehow get a 2 seed and get a home game or a 2 or 3 seed now in the playoffs, you get a home game because the 1 seed gets a bye. So if they can somehow get one of those and get a home game, that would be so big, but we'll see.
You know what? I think I love the under. I think I love it. 48.5. Think about it. The Broncos, Sean Payton's whole Russell Wilson offense is just let's make it so Russell Wilson cannot turn the ball over and fuck us. That's the whole Broncos offense. And then the Lions, with Goff looking a little bit shaky lately, I mean, you have to think that they're oh, yo, Grant, thanks, man. You have to think that they're gonna just run the hell out of the ball. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the Broncos' weakness, and they just have two absolute guys back there. So I kind of love the under.
I did say this morning this game was going to go like 80 points, so I'm not going to do that.
We'll see. Do you really see, like, I mean, I know Cortland Sutton's like Russ Wilson kind of has that magic with him, but like that seems like an end of the game or like desperation situation type thing. Like they're going to be just running the ball with Javonte Williams for the most part, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's move into Sunday. We got Bears at the Brownies. I already grabbed this look ahead. -2.5. It's now 3. Everyone's fully on the Flacco hype train. I think that we can safely say that, you know, the Bears are good. They're straight up good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back through these were the tiers that I made on our Tuesday show or Monday show.
Monday, yeah.
Let's see if there's anything you'd really think we should change. Okay, so number 1 is just a tier unto itself, is the Niners, the favorite. Then we have the super contenders, Dallas, Miami, Baltimore. I think Miami might be out.
Yeah.
I think we bump them down. I think it's Dallas and Baltimore are the super contenders. And then the teams that can contend or will contend for a championship are KC, Miami, Philly, Buffalo. And then there's if everything breaks right, they could win. If everything breaks right for them, they could make it to a championship game. That's Detroit, the Rams, and the Jaguars. And then the next one is can win a game in the playoffs. Green Bay. Ooh, that does not. I don't think I can put them there anymore. You got to drop them down.
Give that one more week. Give them one more chance.
Give them one more chance. Okay, Green Bay, Denver, Seattle, Cleveland, definitely. Then we have the average teams that could probably win a half in the playoffs. These are Colts, Texans, Bears, and Bears, Vikings, and the Bengals.
I still like that.
I still like that too.
I was questioning Bears last week. I don't know. We'll see how they do this week.
Yeah, I mean their defense is legit, but
100%.
I
it's
still
crazy how like a bad player can be just so undervalued when they're on a shitty, or a good player be so undervalued when they're on a shitty team. Like everyone's like, oh, they're just scooping up sweat because you know he's towards like the end of his prime, yada yada. And it's like sometimes they just don't want to fucking play when they're on an ass team.
Wait, whoa! What just happened?
They blocked a punt.
Oh, dude, how do they? This is like why you have to. I don't understand it. I don't like. It's Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is not like a special teams coach. Like, how does he get his guys to block a punt every single time? God, that's frustrating. Damn it. All right. Well, you know what? I'll be live betting the Colts. They're going to make a comeback. Okay. Yeah. So do you have a pick in the Browns-Bears game?
Not really. I'd lean towards Bears, but I don't feel strong either way on this game.
Yeah, I think I lean towards Bears at 3. I've got the 2.5. So I am so
it's sketchy. I feel like the Bears are in a better spot. Like they've been playing better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, dude. Flacco, like I haven't seen a quarterback that loose in years.
The guy is loose. He's so fresh. He's got the freshest legs, freshest arm.
I don't know what his like mindset is, but it's like, I don't know. It's basically like he's playing like he has nothing to lose, but then he's also not making like dumb mistakes, you know? Like when quarterbacks play like they have nothing to lose, they're just slinging like deep ass balls, like 50-50 balls and shit. He's just, I don't know, he's the loosest guy in the world. He's playing like he doesn't give a fuck. Maybe because it's already like he already has a Super Bowl. So it's like, okay, like, you know, if I win a playoff game, I win a playoff game. Like he's not chasing a ring like a lot of other guys are at the end of their career, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of weird in that way, like, because it's not. It'd be like one thing, like if Tom Brady came back, like he could come back, but it's like all of a sudden there's the media circus, and it's like he's like actually like worried about like fucking up his legacy. Like
Yeah.
Flacco is just in that tier of dudes that's just. I mean, again,
I feel like if anything, this is helping his legacy.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like it's just it shows it's either he's helping his legacy because he's good, or it's just proving how fucking bad the quarterbacks are right now. Because he looks like in the top tier right now.
Yeah, he's in top tier
right
right
now.
No
idea like who he was or like his past. If you're just judging off play this year, he's 100% top 10, I think. Like,
it's just crazy seeing. It's crazy to see Browns quarterback like pushing the ball down the field. Sick. All right. Next game, Packers. Like I have no feel on this game. Packers -3.5, hosting the Bucks. Vita Vea is questionable. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The Bucks are frisky. I'd be scared of that 3.5. But it seems like it's a great spot for the Packers.
I love the Packers here, dude.
Okay, good.
This is an all-time spot. Just shitty game on the road, just coming back. The Bucks just playing in cold weather. Like it looks like it's going to be under 30. I don't know, dude. And it's going to be raining too. The Bucks going up to Green Bay. I don't know. Like I know Baker played in Cleveland in the shitty weather, but just the whole team is just pretty fucking soft. And like, I don't know. I like Todd Bowles just the image of them being in the rain in Lambeau does not seem to bode well. And the Packers are going to play pissed off. And basically this is their season, I would say, if they don't win this game. It's like right on that territory. And it's a game you have to have at home against the Bucks. And I feel like when Vegas puts lines at like a little over 3, they pretty much fucking know that they're going to cover that. That could just be me being in my own head, but it just seems like, I mean, 2.5, they're just kind of waiting for you to bet on that favorite. If it gets like to 3.5, 4, it's like they're pretty fucking confident. Obviously, they're going to win number 1. And like they think there's a pretty good chance because they want you to take that 3.5 and be like, oh, I'm getting a field goal, yada, yada. And I don't know. It seems like a good spot for the Packers. I'm hoping Aaron Jones is back. I think he is. And they obviously play much better at home and they're going to play pissed off. So I like them. And the Bucks coming off like a good win. And it'd be a great, just classic example of just the Bucks being first in their division, then coming back and just laying a fucking egg on the road. So I like the Packers.
Dude, I don't know why the Colts suck so bad at home. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think that's a good handicap. The Packers kind of need this. Also, Lambeau is like the only field. I'm convinced at this point Lambeau is like the only like true home field advantage field, just because of like the natural grass and like when it's raining like this, it's all slick. It's just different than everywhere else. So,
and in the middle of like December.
December.
That's when it's fucked.
That's when it's fucked.
I don't think the Bucks are made out to play there right now, and and that fan base too. Like during the middle of the season, it was like, okay, we're fucked, and it was just there's nothing worse than like an antsy crowd, or like basically what the Saints are with Carr right now. It's like every throw there's boos and just dumb shit like that, and now they're behind Jordan Love. Like this seems to be their guy moving forward. So this seems like a must fucking win for the Packers, and I would be absolutely shocked if they lost this game.
Okay, next game, Texans at the Titans.
So Stroud officially out, right?
Stroud's out.
Damn.
Davis Mills is not bad.
Oh, he had a good season one year, didn't he?
Dude, yeah, in this economy, bro.
What?
In this economy, Davis Mills is not bad. He's better than Levis.
I'm going to look up his stats, but do you like anything?
I would say I'm leaning towards Texans +3. It's kind of like a D'Amico Ryans prove it game. Like I think we all think he's kind of a good coach, and it seems like he can get the boys fired up. Now he doesn't have CJ Stroud. Sometimes you get that one game bump, and like when your quarterback's missing, I could see the defense just really showing up. Also, just I don't know, that Titans game was such horse shit. Yeah, I guess I would be leaning Texans. Probably will bet the Texans actually.
Ooh, I don't really have anything on this. Okay, I looked up his stats. So in 2021, he had 2,600 yards, 16 TDs, 10 picks, and then in 2022, 3,100 yards, 17 TDs, 15 picks. So he had like a 90 passer rating and an 80 passer rating. I think that's the definition of serviceable.
It's absolutely also, he hasn't had the chance to like, I already forget the name of their offensive coordinator, but whatever. The dude, he's like was the offensive coordinator for Shanahan last year. Yeah, and he's awesome. Like Davis Mills is like the exact kind of guy that would thrive in that system. So I kind of think, I mean, there is cluster injuries with Nico Collins and Tank Dell and all them out, but I don't know. I just weirdly kind of trust the Texans.
Hopefully he has like all these rookie quarterbacks, their first 2 games, one's really good, one's really bad, or like quarterbacks that are coming in. So maybe it's a good fucking game. I don't know. I don't like, I don't know. The Titans are probably like, for me, I'm going to lose money. I bet on a Titans game. It's usually how it went this year.
Yeah. Fuck that game. All right. Dolphins -8.5 hosting the Jets. I don't know. I can't, with Tyreek being questionable, and even if he's going to play, he has a bummy ankle. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what Zach Wilson we're going to get.
How many points do you think Tyreek is worth at this point?
He's probably worth 2.
Should be worth, and then what he's going to be worth.
He's probably worth 2.
2? And he's like, fuck. I feel like he'll probably play, but it's impossible to pick a side on this game. Like, am I picking it right now with Tyreek or not? Because that just completely moves it.
Yeah.
Obviously. If he plays, I like the Dolphins at home. The Jets D might slow them down a little bit, but I haven't really seen a team actually slow them down this year, so I don't really trust them to do that. And like, because Tyreek opens up your whole fucking offense, dude.
Yeah.
And even, dude, if he's playing or not, just having him run around the fucking field and having players follow him will open the offense up. But I don't like it if Waddle's I still like Waddle, but he's your wide receiver 1. I don't know. Tua without Tyreek, like that narrative started, and for good reason. He looked like shit when he went out last week. And it's just like, oh, it's Tua, Tyreek Vulture. It's like, fuck yeah, he is, obviously. Who wouldn't be if you had him? Like, and that's why, like, someone got pissed at me. I was like, well, fucking, I said the Mahomes shit, and I know Mahomes won one without him, but like, he saved his ass in a lot of those playoff games, dude. Like,
Tyreek, the 3rd and 15, dude.
So like, if people are gonna go there with Tua, then they need to talk about Tyreek saving fucking Mahomes' ass multiple times in the playoffs.
Yeah, tangent. I've been so annoyed by like the Purdy discourse of like, oh, anybody would do this with these weapons. And like, I saw like the most accurate tweet, and it was like showing like the EPA per play. And it was like Alex Smith the year before Mahomes took over, and he was like 7th in the league in EPA per play. And then it was like Jimmy Garoppolo like the year before, and he was like 6th. And then it's like Mahomes first, Purdy first, like the same at the exact same level, the same difference. And it's like, yeah, that it's pretty accurate. I mean, like people are also forgetting about Kareem Hunt was fucking nasty. Like he wasn't fully Christian McCaffrey, but I mean, the guy had 1,900 all-purpose yards with Alex Smith, and he had like, I think like 11. Oh, Pittman.
Oh my God, Pittman.
Pittman's a beast.
He's been so fucking good on my fantasy team.
Oh, he's feasting. Oh.
Yeah, but I think if you're still going on that fucking narrative with Purdy, you sound dumb at this point. Like, because what you're saying too, he also had Sammy Watkins, like, who was in the prime-ish of his career on the Chiefs. He had Kelsey, he had Hunt, he had Tyreek, and it's like,
and Andy Reid calling plays.
Yeah,
and he had an all-pro right tackle and a Pro Bowl left tackle. Like, the Niners pass protection is actually pretty ass, except for Trent Williams.
Yeah, and he doesn't get out of a lot of those games in the playoffs without one of those weapons. Like, he needed all of them.
Dude,
Like he
TJ
said, those
Watt.
Tyreek plays, like those drag routes across the middle, and you bust it out for like 50 yards on 3rd and 15. It's like, okay. And to me, like, I can remember more of those plays with Mahomes getting absolutely bailed out by Tyreek or Kelsey, like Kelsey catching the ball and no one can tackle him. Like, everyone's talking like, dude, that throw that Purdy had to Debo,
Oh, it was
like that was
wet.
his 3rd read on that play. And he put it on a dot. Like, if he doesn't make a perfect throw, they don't score. And yes, the Debo, like the yards after catch are pretty big, but I don't know, dude. He's not missing throws. So
No.
there's not many quarterbacks in the league that are doing that. And, you know, people can bitch and moan all they want. I legitimately think the hatred is coming from, it's almost feels like Steph at the beginning of his career.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it
like,
does.
it's like this. You look at the guy and you're like, that guy should not be a fucking MVP. Just like,
Yeah.
just physical appearance almost. And it's
Oh,
like because he's not very like, he's not marketable. Like, he doesn't have, I don't know. It's just like throwing that guy in a commercial. Like, no one really fucking get anything out of it. And he just doesn't feel like a face of the league, or so people don't want to believe it. But I mean, I like the narrative for you guys because
oh,
it almost feels like everyone's against you in a way when you're the best team in the league. So I don't think that's a bad thing.
I know. Yeah, it almost like would make me more nervous if he won MVP. Oh no, is Zach Moss injured?
That's tragic.
No, I can't have that happen. No. Oh, if this is holding. Oh, dude, I'm on bye and I've got Jonathan Taylor and
That is a
Zach
horse
Moss.
collar. Jesus.
Such a horse. Fuck.
Touchdown. After all that.
Damn.
All right. Are we done with that game?
Yeah, done with that game.
And
All
that
right.
tangent.
In that tangent. All right. Jets, Dolphins, whatever. Chiefs, Patriots. I don't have a feel.
Why is this only -8?
Because the Chiefs' offense has been ass, and the Patriots' defense has been good.
How many more home games does Bill have?
Yeah, also got announced that he's over.
Yeah. He has one more. This is his second to last home game.
Yeah.
If this was his last, then I would take him. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like, what's the vibe there right now in this locker room after hearing that? Does it change anything for you?
Not really.
It sounds like,
yeah, it sounds like they all already kind of knew.
Dude, this is why, I respect the Patriots, and people might hate this, but I feel like almost every other fucking team in the league, because they said they decided this after that game in Germany, which was like 6 fucking weeks ago.
Yeah.
And not one person leaked that.
That's crazy.
Every other team in the league, I feel like that story would get leaked, because that is like blockbuster news. This isn't like a small thing. And like, there's just, I don't know. That's why like franchises that win that many, like dynasties that win that many championships, like you have to be run the right way. And I feel like they still are run the right way. They just literally have maybe the worst roster in the league. And there's nothing they can really do about that. And that is on them for drafting shitty. Like it's not like everything went against them. I'm just saying, like, you have to be run like the correct way in order to win like that many championships. And just that story not getting leaked just is crazy to me. So I like the Chiefs here. I keep betting on them though, just waiting for them to fucking blow up on offense. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Do you think it will?
No, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Okay, Giants at Saints. Saints -5.5. I like the Giants. Give me the G, man. +5.5. I think that I don't think there's a letdown spot for the Giants, because all of a sudden they're like within striking in the playoffs, and I feel like they just believe right now. So even though they're on the road, like it seems like Dayball has something to rally them behind. I don't think there's any problem with like motivation here. They're not going to like overlook the Saints or anything like that. And just the Saints just shouldn't be laying 5.5 really to anybody in the league. Maybe the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree. I do worry a little bit about this like hostile environment for him. DeVito, we'll see. He might just be ice cold, but like I don't know. It scares me a little bit. I think that's why the spread's that way, because he hasn't really played a true road game. He played at the Commanders, like played at the Cowboys, got fucking stomped, and I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely a test. I don't really like his side. This was not my like 5 picks, but the public's all over the Giants, which scares me because it's like you look at this line and that's the way to go. And it's like Vegas knows something putting this at 5.5. Like I thought this would be at like 3.5, but
Yeah.
it's
No, I think it's probably like a
there's
lot of
definitely
them.
value in the Giants for sure, like tons of value, but I don't know. It's definitely scary. I think I'll touch it when we get closer, which is tomorrow, but
Yeah.
like before, because this is a 1 o'clock game, right?
Yeah. No, it's a 10 o'clock.
Oh shit. All right. I'll probably go the Giants. I don't dude, I'm still scarred from betting on the Saints that one Thursday night.
Yeah, can't.
I'll never do it again.
Can't bet on them.
Oh.
Okay, Falcons in a game that has a 33.5 over under. Falcons on the road laying 3. So this like gets into the system play of a shitty team on the road laying 3 or more. I still don't know. I just don't want to bet on the fucking Panthers, bro. They're so ass.
They're so bad. We kind of have to do it though. We said we would.
Just because of the system.
The system of shitty teams should not be laying 3 on the road.
Yeah, true. And if the Panthers were ever going to win a game,
do you know you can get into this game? The tickets are 35 cents. 35 cents to get in this game.
In this economy too.
I feel like at that point you might as well like people show up and just let them in. But
yeah, if you make it to the stadium, you should be able to.
Because with fees, if someone's selling that on StubHub, they're losing money. So
Facts. Yeah, the processing fees alone.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I can do it though. Panthers. I'm down though. We said we would. Shitty teams laying points on the road.
If it was Andy Dalton, I would make it my play of the year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Panthers. The system really hasn't failed us.
I
feel like everyone's gonna be on the fucking Falcons.
Oh yeah, just because they're kind of they're like a fun bad team because at least like they have fantasy guys.
Yeah, it's like you're bound to have one of them on fantasy.
Yeah, they'll talk themselves into it. Okay. Rams -6.5, hosting the Commies. Commies off a bye. I love the Rams. Even -6.5. Who cares? The over-under's 50.5. I love it. Stafford's gonna eat. Cup's gonna eat. Nakua's gonna eat. Kyron Williams is gonna eat.
Yeah, Commies have the worst secondary in the league, I think.
Yeah. And I don't see how it's getting any better. I mean, Rivera as defensive play caller is pretty ass. Yeah,
and it's just like Rivera's on his way out. The Commanders, they were a fun team to bet on like the first 8 weeks, but they look really bad now. Like ever since that Cowboys loss on Thanksgiving, it's been pretty fucking rough. I like the Rams. This is just a game they're just bound to explode. Like this is going to be 100+ yard game for Puka and Cup.
Yeah.
And Kyron Williams has looked unstoppable. I just don't see how they don't score 35 at least in this game. And it's like, I think this might be one of the funnest games of the day. Like everyone loves over in this game, but I don't see how this doesn't go over 50. Like it's because how like either way, it's like when he's at his best low key, because he has all this passing yards is when they're down. So then he just starts slinging the ball around, and like the Rams D is sometimes questionable. So I don't know. I think this goes way over 50, but I think the Rams cover.
I kind of love the Rams over 28.5.
Oh, Mitch. Oh,
did he throw a yutter? Oh, Mitch.
Let's go.
Mitch.
That was a duck.
Dude, what are they doing? Just run the ball. The Colts can't stop. Dude, they're addicted to losing the first half.
Watch this spiral, dude. Oh.
Mitchell.
Nice pick, though. Damn.
That was dope. A sky.
Pickett, overrated as fuck.
Yeah, you would actually, you know what? In hindsight, I take back that comment because that kind of throw like to like a Pickens or a DeAndre Hopkins or a Drake London that's just an absolute dog in those jump ball situations is probably a pretty good move. But Pickens just kind of fucked him there.
Yeah, he just looked like he was.
Wait, so yeah, I love Rams over 28.5. Let's see. I mean, they scored 31 versus the Ravens. They scored 36 versus the Browns. I mean, those are two like really good defenses. They scored 37 versus the Cardinals, and then they only scored 17. But basically, since that Seahawks game was a weird game, if you remember, it was just a weird game. They just weren't in sync. They didn't have Kyron Williams, but since they got Kyron Williams back, it's been 37, 36, 37. How is this not over 28.5? How does that not go over?
It definitely will.
It definitely will. And that's just fun. You're just rooting for Rams points, maybe root for a few sack fumbles.
And you know, it's not going to like this. This isn't going to be like the easiest cover in the world. So I think the commies will score a good amount of points, like in LA, in a dome, just down. Hal just throwing he'll definitely throw 2 picks, but he'll have like 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think I think I'm going to actually, I might move off the Rams -6.5 and just do the team total because I just don't want to get backdoored.
Yeah, it is a scare. Like 6.5 in a high scoring game is such a scary backdoor situation every time. I'll get backdoored, but I'm going to take the Rams.
Okay, Cowboys at Bills. This is a fire fucking game. Let's go. It's going to be all right. I've got some. Well, first of all, I love Buffalo, even though it's -2, which does seem a little bit crazy. I mean, you'd think like I know because I had the look ahead. I had the look ahead Bills -1, and I assumed that the Bills would beat Kansas City, and then I was like, it's a little bit of a toss up. The Eagles still might beat Dallas. Turns out Dallas just blows the Eagles out, and Buffalo barely survives versus Kansas City, and somehow the line still jumps towards Buffalo, goes to 2. Like that seems kind of wild.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, so this game is all about the spot because I do actually think the Cowboys are a better team. But just off of that, Zach Moss in the ball game. Oh, dude, no. Oh, fuck. That's so not cool. Okay, yeah, Cowboys off of that big win. Now Buffalo gets to go home. It's very surprised. Like we're talking Jared Goff is not good in the cold weather. Dak Prescott is ass in the cold weather. Never plays in the cold weather. And Buffalo is like it's the only field that doesn't have like the heating, like the through the under the field heating.
Oh, sorry. Pittman just died.
Oh, dude, the Steelers are out here just injuring all of their best players. Did he hold on to that, bro?
Did you catch that?
Dude, you actually have to throw them in jail, bro. What?
Why aren't they fighting that guy?
I think it's one of those situations where it's like he might have just died. Whoa.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Minshew just did that with Downs over the middle.
True.
Like Downs just got smoked, and he just set him up to die too.
Bro, Pittman's a real one for diving for that. You gotta eject his ass, right?
I mean, due to the state of his well-being, I think so.
I gotta see replay. Have they shown it yet?
They're not showing it, dude.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
That's so fire for my fantasy team.
That you lost Pittman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Zach Moss, dude, you gotta come back.
God, that wasn't really a cheap shot. But, like, dude, you cannot
Oh, wow. Tomlin is sweating. Do you see that through his black?
No.
Oh my God, dude.
He's walking.
Oh, really? Damn. Bro, Tomlin is sweating through like what seems to be almost like a crew neck sweatshirt. Okay,
they need to open the roof in Indy because he's sweating so much.
Dude, he is sweating, bro. His pit is his like whole area is drenched like he's a fucking college basketball coach. Oh, Pittman, bro.
He's not even going in the tent. There's some questionable team doctoring going on.
There's been some really questionable just concussion shit. Like it seemed like a real thing at the beginning of the year, and then like
ever since it just slowly trickles. Like if you got a concussion in the beginning of the year during the week, or like even in the previous game, you usually were not playing. And now it's like teams are just. That's why I'm surprised. Stroud's just too much of a franchise guy to risk that. But like a position player, dude, you're going in.
Fuck. Damn, that's fucked up. Well,
the Steelers are notorious for doing that, by the way. They're notorious for just letting guys play.
You simply can't just be murdering people.
I know.
They murdered Zach Moss, and then they literally put out a triple homicide. Dude, I need to see the replay. Why is that?
Owning a fantasy player on the Colts right now is you're playing with fire.
Absolute flames. All right, let's do this one for the boys. Dude, I feel like they're gonna just knock out Josh Downs too. He's so cute
he's
and little,
coming, dude.
Bro, that first one, I was like, sheesh, should he be in the NFL?
He's just not ready for a hit like that.
Is that Zach Moss again?
Wait, so was that a catch?
I need to know. No, I don't think it was.
It's first down.
Oh, that's Trey Sermon, bro. Trey Sermon is ass. Oh, let's go, down. Pierce.
Oh, Fitzpatrick's hurt.
Bro, Alec Pierce. I thought Alec Pierce was going to be like the best receiver in that class.
Ooh, that was a catch. Fuck.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, the Pittman.
Well, yeah, anyway. Alec Pierce.
Sorry for the interruption. Pittman just died, but you were cooking on the Bills.
Oh, yes. So the Dak cold weather thing, I didn't write down any notes for this, as probably people can tell. But there were some very compelling stats that I listened to with Dak. Like, I don't think he played a cold weather game throughout all of college. I don't think he actually played a cold weather game until like it was like his second year in the league or something like that. So like this is going to be just an absolute rude awakening for Dak Prescott. I think it's going to be cold as hell.
Played at Mississippi State.
Yeah, played at Mississippi State. So this is, I think Dak is going to throw a couple picks. Oh! This was the golden nugget. This is the absolute most golden nugget.
Here we go.
This is okay. I just remembered it. So apparently, Dak said that he like basically hates playing in the cold now because ever since he got like it was like wrist surgery or thumb surgery or something, they put in a metal plate, and he said once it gets below like a certain temperature, like it starts just like being super painful for him.
What?
Yeah, it's an absolute nugget, bro.
Where did this come from? That's too specific to not be real.
I know. Oh, okay.
No one would make that up. He has this metal plate in his hand that gets too cold at a certain temperature. That does make sense though, like because Mississippi State SEC football, you don't play a cold weather. And then in Dallas, your division is all fucking West Coast or Midwest teams.
Dude, the wind could be as high as 31 miles per hour. Why we got to bet the under, bro.
And that game in Buffalo is at 4:25 p.m.
Oh my god.
It's going to be freezing. That game, I think we said it last week. This might be one of the crowds of the year. Just drunk Bills Mafia fans all day till 4:25 p.m. and then just a sunset in Orchard Park. It's going to be incredible. It's game of the year material. Look at this Pittman catch. Oh, he didn't. They gave him a catch.
Oh no, murder.
He still has 78 yards.
However, on the throw, he said,
I'm waiting for Dak to just crumble, and I think this is the week
that he falls out of the MVP.
And this Bills defense is all based upon turnovers too. Like their defense is very spotty, but like a Poyer interception and continuing to keep Hamlin on the bench, I think they're good.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna take
Hamlin on the bench is the key.
I also am dubious of Dallas's defense. Like I feel like Philly has some issues on offense, but like they were still moving the ball up and down the field. It just happened to be that that they just kept turning the ball over.
I want to see them play from behind on the road on defense. I think we're gonna get it.
Be so sick if the Bills just blow their ass out.
This is low key like a Josh Allen legacy game. To like start this insane run into the playoffs and potentially win a playoff game or two. Like this is the start. I mean, it already started, but this is like a prime time, just huge game against Dallas at home. And like you can tell, I don't know, weirdly, I know the Cowboys got 3 points against the Eagles, but I can't tell if they're disrespecting the Cowboys a little bit or if they have respected the Bills. Vegas has so much in the last like 4 to 5 weeks. Like that Chiefs line was minus, or like they were +1 against the Chiefs. Now 2 against the Cowboys. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna see where the public money is, but it just seems like the Bills are gonna win. I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like it's lining up that way. Damn, Zach Moss is questionable to return with an arm injury.
Minshew. What?
Oh god, that pissed me off. All right. What? Ravens Jaguars. This line has been going back and forth. I grabbed it at 3. I love it at 3, 3.5. I think I'll stay away. What's up? What do you think?
Dude, imagine the Jags pool for a night game.
Frigid.
No, it's 62 degrees.
Oh, you're right.
The pool's probably 80.
Oh, and it's heated. So yeah, you're peaking.
Yeah.
It's like a warm blanket.
I like the Ravens here. I feel like they don't need like, I mean, this would go a long way for them getting the 1 seed.
Oh yeah, they're in last week was kind of like it was a scare, so they're going to be on their game.
It's like a
win.
Yeah, Harbaugh's going to have them ready. It's the fucking Jags too. Like they're not taking the Jags lightly at all. So I don't think this is. I think this is. I can't really put my finger on it, but I just don't think this is a great spot for the Jags. Like I feel like what they do is they go on these weird runs in the middle of the season where they win a bunch of games, but they're just like low profile games against average teams, and then they run into a big opponent, like even at home, that like this has the vibe of a playoff game for sure. 2 playoff teams. And it's like, if the Chargers weren't the Chargers, like they were down 27-0 at half.
Yeah.
Like last year in the playoffs. So I don't know, man. I don't like this spot on primetime in Jacksonville. It's also not a good home crowd, probably one of the worst in the league. And I don't know. I think Lamar shreds them.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence is he's going to be ass. I mean, he's still got the high ankle.
Thanks.
All right. And okay, Niners Cardinals really quick. Niners are missing a lot of people on defense. Laying 12. The only thing I would play is team total. It is Cardinals off a bye.
I keep taking the Niners and it keeps working. I didn't do this last year. I was just pissed about the Raiders, and I just completely out of spite just kept fading the Niners and lost every time. And it's been working this year. Keep taking them with big spreads, because it's the classic. Everyone's too scared to do it, and you kind of just do it, and it hits a lot.
Trey Sermon.
The Cardinals are really fucking bad.
They're really bad, but they have a good offense. I think I'm just gonna bet the Niners team total.
What is that?
It's 28.5.
Those fuckers always do it right above 28.
I know.
Fuckers.
but they almost always score 30.
I feel like that's the same thing though with the high team total. People are scared away from that when it gets over 28.
Yeah. Who's this 31? Goodson?
Jesus, Mika has a club on his hand. That's got to be a little illegal.
Yeah. Just punching the ball out with that.
That's just like a fucking weapon.
Okay. Let's get to Monday night. Eagles, Seahawks. Eagles laying 3.
Did you see Geno's downgraded to questionable?
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's not great.
That's really bad. I don't think they have a chance if he doesn't play.
I don't know. Drew Lock?
I don't know.
Seahawks defense is definitely better at home.
I don't like Drew Lock in a big primetime game.
This is
I like
kind
him
of
in
like
a weird afternoon game, but I don't like him.
Yeah, weird afternoon. I think this is one of those games we just stay away from until we know what's going on with Geno, and then just make an impulse bet.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really handicap this game without Geno or knowing the status of that. With him playing, I like the Seahawks, though.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the Eagles. Not at all.
And it just seems like this gauntlet's almost like not over. Like they have to travel across the country and go play in Seattle on Monday night.
Really
like,
bad spot.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Like they flew back to Philly, and now they're going the farthest possible destination to Seattle, a rainy Seattle on a Monday night.
I kind of like Seahawks first half money line.
Yeah, the Eagles might do the bullshit they've done all year, just like
start
slow. Hurts comes back,
and
then
let's
Geno.
go, Tutty.
I could actually, I really like that. Actually, just isn't that what you did in this game? Colts first half, and then Steelers game. Yeah. So like Seahawks first half, and then just you're betting on a Geno falling apart and Hurts fourth quarter.
Dude, these Saturday games are awesome.
They're great.
Oh, wait, was he short on the low?
I think he got there. Oh yeah, he's way short.
Low key. Bring in Zach Moss, bro.
He's injured, bro. Who is that?
Goodson.
He's short.
All right, well, that'll play. That's all the games. All right, we'll be back maybe Sunday night, maybe Monday night. All right.
Monday.
Thanks for everyone that watched. Goodbye.
Peace.